Super excited. Obviously, give a lot of credit to Purdue. I thought Barry's done a great job. A very competitive four-quarter game to get a W over here is a big deal. To get the Cannon 101st game and to get two in a row, obviously, it's been a long time. So for all the Illinois fans that haven't been able to do that, I wanted to give you that. So that's a great thing. And then I think the biggest thing is I think we're at a point where we have a team that maybe if we don't play our best and still get out a 16-point game on the road against Purdue, that we've made progress. We're doing a lot of good things. I think the key for us this week is obviously an unbelievable opportunity with Ohio State, and we just got to get our guys healthy, got to get our guys fresh. We got to be very, very smart in our plan. We've got some things offensively, defensively, and special teams. Shoot, Luke had a career day today, and you don't even really kind of know it. It's just because it's so routine for him, right? I thought, there's a lot of things that happened today that were really cool. I thought there was, our response when we gave up the big play defensively, which is absolutely unexcusable, right before the half to give up free yardage like that. But to have our offense go out there, execute a end of half drive to get points on the board right before the half and kind of take that momentum back was huge. So then we came out with a momentum changer with a turnover off the punt and just very opportunistic group all day and full team effort.
Brett, your quarterback is playing extremely well.
Yeah.
Do you feel like he's getting the credit he deserves nationally, or just a
I can't tell you that because I just live in this little box, right? Like we literally just work on the thing I love working about with Luke is Luke just worries and takes care of his day, right? Like his preparation detail, he's got his own little study in our building where he can get alone and watch film on his own, and he just does a great job of putting himself in a preparation mode to get ready for Tuesday's practice, execute, Wednesday make corrections, Thursday get the game plan together. I can't control the outside narrative. I just know I've been in this business for a long time. I've had quarterbacks that play in the NFL or still playing in the NFL, and this guy's as good as I've ever had.
Do you see similarities with Hank Beatty and Luke, just getting the job done? And does Hank ever surprise you, like what he's doing, or do you just expect this now?
Hank, I think people that are in the game, when I say this, they know what I mean. Both of them just let the game come to them, right? Like when Luke's playing at his best, he just lets the game come to him. But Hank Beatty, especially at wide receiver, he just lets the play come to him. We're not really – there's things that we design and we give in, we put him in position, but he just lets the game come to him naturally, and I think that's a really good sign. I think Luke has a very good comfort level about throwing the ball in his area, what he's going to do and what he could possibly do after the catch. I know there's only so many plays can go around, but Hank Beatty, I told Barry after week 2 or week 3, like as many ways we can put the ball in Hank Beatty's hands, we're going to get rewarded tenfold. So just a really, really fun player to be around, just an absolute piece of work, just all the things he does preparation wise. He really that first series against Indiana, he got rocked pretty good, right? And he just didn't miss a beat, stayed out there, persevered, and now I thought this game he probably just the way they played defensively and the way he was feeling, I knew he was feeling or getting back to being healthy, so I thought this could be a pretty big day.
Brett, did anything change with Ritzy being out? Did you have to plan A or plan B?
Yeah, great question. So Josh actually got rolled up last week. He just played through it adrenaline-wise. So the good news was this week Josh never really practiced until yesterday. He tried to make a go of it yesterday. Just the way it looked yesterday, we didn't think today would be an option, and that's why we kind of just went with TJ. But TJ, a coach's son, Bob McMillan, is a head coach, St. Francis up near in Chicagoland, and you just kind of had a feeling that if he got his opportunity, he was going to take advantage of it. And I know it wasn't perfect today, but I know Luke was really excited for him. I thought the offensive line was excited for him, and to see him get that first opportunity on the road in the Big Ten is a really big statement, and I think that kid's got a lot of good football in front of him.
You mentioned the opportunity to play number one, not only number one, but at home. Just talk about having Ohio State come in.
Yeah, just tremendous respect. They're defending national champs. Ironically, last year the defending national champs was Michigan. They came to town Game 7 at home, right? So the Big Ten keeps giving us the defending national champs at home Game 7. Thank you. But I think the biggest thing that we have going for us, right, is we're an opportunistic football team. We probably know going on these buses home that we didn't play our best game. I was riding over here with Josh, and just for me as a head coach to be in a position that maybe if we don't have our best day, you still feel like you can win a lot of games, and obviously that's not going to be the case on Saturday against Ohio State. You're going to have to bring your best. But you know what? We train for this moment 365 days a year. We're not going to, do anything different this week. I don't need anybody to, take superhuman vitamins or do anything. I just need them to execute and be at their best, and we'll see where we go Saturday.
I know Aaron has talked about he's okay with giving up some yards.
He is?
He said
Okay.
But at what point is it just maybe too much the way teams are?
Yeah, we can't give up free yards. I understand what he's saying last week when we were playing a quarterback that could throw it, and we were obviously a little depleted in the secondary. I think what he's saying is when we are designed to give up yards, we're okay to do that. But the play at end of half, we just can't have that, right? We just keep the ball in front of us and play every play, stay on script. He's still, doing, working through some things as a coordinator. He's still, on the move, and that's my job as a head coach to, continue to guide him and tell him where we're at. And then at the end of the game there, the only option they had was for that quarterback to stay alive and throw the ball vertically down the field. And we just got to keep fresh bodies out there. We can have a guy chase a quarterback. It doesn't do any good if we can't get him down. So we got to get our athletes on the field that can get him down.
Khalil far and away had the most carries today.
Who?
Was that-
Khalil.
Was it more game plan wise?
Yeah, I told him in pregame warm-ups, and they do the when we go ones, twos, and I always grab my running backs after they run through, and I just grabbed Khalil and I said, "Hey, career day today," right? Because I just thought I could see it coming. I could see the way he's playing. I could see the way they were playing. I thought this would be a game that he kind of might fit into, and he's just a. I think a lot of people don't understand. Like, he's got a lot of pop. He's got some ability to run inside in the tackles. He's a very effective runner in short spaces. He can get vertically burst in really good moments. So, and then I think just the change of pace coming in when you got Caden rolling through there, and all of a sudden he pops in there as a really good moment. And then what I'm really excited for, we just really haven't gotten a chance for him to be a KOR guy yet, right? Everybody's got such good kickers now. No one really gets a return game, so I think that'll be something fun for everybody to watch. Another guy that I thought really came into his own, Andre Lovett, just showed up today on kickoff coverage again. So some of these freshmen, Grant Bierman, he's a kid that was committed to Purdue, so I knew all this week that it was going to be a really big week for him, and he's just really coming on, doing a lot of really good things for us. That's the thing I probably enjoy now as a head coach as much as anything, is just see all the – listen, Luke is phenomenal. He deserves and more of the press that he's getting, right? But it's these little moments where these guys, like I just said, the Bierman, T. Strain, right, because the injury to Xavier has now put him into a role that he's more involved in our game plan. And I know he had a penalty today, but I just love T. Strain's story, man. The kid's battled through, persevered, come out on top. Tanner Heckel, I thought, again, another one, Sabor, Kareem, right? Like Matt Bailey was a little banged up, and Sabor got a chance to come in there and do some things. It's just really fun to be a part of this crew. Unfortunately, we get 12 guaranteed games, and 6 of them are gone. So where these next 6 go, we're going to determine where we can go after that. But I think the big thing for us is we realize every one of these opportunities is a blessing. We got to take advantage of every one.
What kind of weapons? One more for Scott for you right now.
David Alano. Well, obviously a very, a very accurate kicker. I told them to, take the clock down as much as we could, but I didn't plan on taking a penalty on that last one, so we still have some room for improvement. We sent the unit on the field too late, and that's just inexcusable. So for me, there's a lot of things as a head coach. We had to use 3 timeouts before the end of the third quarter, and we're not going to win many games doing that tight, right? I knew we were kind of in control of the game. I didn't want to take a bad penalty there. So just some communication things we got to clean up. The good news is they happened. We got out with a 16-point win. So it's a very teachable team right now on a Sunday, a very coachable coaching staff on a Sunday, and we'll get to where we need to be on Saturday. And I would just say this right now, fans, right? I need you, right? If we've needed you in my entire coaching career, right, since I've been here at Illinois, we got number 1 role in the town, and they're a very good football team, and we need our Illinois fans to show up early. I know it's an early game, but we need to show up early and put an environment in that stadium that should be fun to play in.
Last one here, Scott.
To be in places program where go on the road, maybe not have your best game, still win, but they just, how much is that? Is it maybe Luke, or what is maybe got you to that spot?
Well, I mean, Luke's a big part of it. I know this. We travel with 74 guys, right? And I always say this: those 74 guys that get on the plane or get on the bus. This case, we didn't fly, we drove. Those 74 guys all have a role. It may be one play, right? It may be one play on one unit that they get the whole day, and whatever that is, I ask them to be at their best, right? And for coaches, I'm really stressing these guys. Like, I'm hard on them. I'm really freaking hard on them, just because you never know when a 2nd and 4 in the middle of the second quarter could be the difference in the game. That play at the end of half, like we're just defending. All of a sudden we have a breakdown, whether it's mental, physical, or call. That changes the flow of a game, and you cannot lose sight of that. In this league, with the competition we're facing, you cannot have one play that is in the other's favor without us having something to say about it. So a lot of really good things to be learned, and I got a really good coaching staff, got a really good group of players, and I'm excited for them.